Hey, okay, the recording I made on 628 was I didn't put the volume up. I have to increase the volume when I'm done recording, and I forgot to do that. So maybe it's too faint. If it is, I can just repost it with louder volume. Anyway, so okay, it's Monday morning, and I just want to. I'm proposing possibly a slight variation in how I trade the bearish one, because of something that I'm learning. I mean, the other way it seems like it would still work, but there might be an improvement, and it kind of diversifies the way it's traded. But anyway, so just to repeat very quickly how all the trades work. So you got the core, the bullish, and the bearish all basically work the same way. You get in on Friday, the market falls. If the market falls and never goes up and touches never goes up to a predetermined point for each trade, you just make your money and you're done. If it does go in, you activate one of the MESs, and if it goes farther, you do another one, each one with a 10-point stop. And the idea is that if it runs up, you make money. If it falls, if it runs up, you're in the MES, one or two of them, and you're making money. If it falls, you're not in the MES and you're making money. And the only way you can really lose is by getting whipsawed $50 each time for more than how much is up here. So in general, even if you whipsaw a lot, you should still make something. That's how it works, generally speaking. And that was the plan the whole time. But because you get in, I mean, just let me uncheck this. Hopefully this is unchecked. Yeah. So just glance at this. Like, look where this line is relative to the whole thing. This is the core. The bullish one, it's farther back. So there's a lot more room to run before you get into, before you go into loss on the bullish one. And the bearish one, you're much closer, by design. So the idea is that because of that, the entry points of the MES are also have to be earlier or later, depending on which one. So obviously, the bullish one is the farthest one out. So if you look at the bullish one, you don't have to put the MES on until way down here. And on the core, you wouldn't put it on until earlier, like there. So maybe 3090 and 3050, something like that. And the bearish one, you put it on almost right away. So so the reason. And when I say almost right away, I realized actually you want to get into the bearish one. And I was saying this last week, so I'm just confirming. You want to get into the bearish one as early as you can, as far down as you can. Because you have so much credit to burn off down here that you can afford some whipsawing. Let's say you whipsawed a couple times down here. Like you're in, you shouldn't be in because the market's going to crash. You get in, you fall, you lost $50. So now you're down to 490, and it does a couple more times. So now you're down to whatever 375, and then the market just crashes, and you made your 375, and that's it. And if not, and you get in, but if it does whipsaw like this a couple times and then it goes up, you'll make even more money. So there's almost like it's better just to get in as low as you can. So what's my method for doing that? My method for doing that is right here. Market opens. That's where the market opened, right there. You look at the time up there, 4:59 on Friday night is when the futures market closes an hour later. So it's 303.50. So, and then the market opened on the next morning. Sunday night. 2986. Now that's like 300 or 400 points in the Dow. A move like that. So maybe more. So, but look right now how it's 2986, and now. So the way I do it, I said, okay, so I do it just for my own convenience. I do it in the tens. So since I'm below 2990, but not to 2980. Like if it had gone down to 2980, for example, I would say, okay, get in if it reverses to 2990. But since it hasn't reached 2980, I said, okay, it's reached 2990, get in at 3000. If it had gone down to 2970, then you get in at 2980. Down to 2960, you get in at 2970. With the whole thing, with the whole 10-point stop. So in case that's where it starts to really, in case it goes like this, and then it starts to really run down, you'll only have lost $50 and the market will fall. So, but that being said, I put the order on. After I was going to do it manually for the first few minutes, just in case you have to move quickly. After a while, it was just farting around like this. So I said, okay, put my order on to get in, and it actually walked right up to it 2 times. And I with one, as close as you could possibly be and not be in. And then when it finally it crossed and I got in, but because it was just really going slow, I actually got filled exactly at 3,000. I didn't even slip at all. So that was nice. Not that it matters. It's only $1.25 anyway. But okay, so then you can see that it never fell to 29.90, so that's why I'm still in. But then I started analyzing it this morning and thinking, the bearish might work better if I don't get out. And so I think I'm not going to. So let me show you why, which is different than the rest. So here's the bearish trade. So you can see, because on Friday, if I had gotten in here, I'd still be down. I'd be down $233. But because of the theta, it looks like I'm going to be up. I mean, the market's not open yet, so I can't be sure. But around this, just on the trade alone. But the futures. So I'm down $15 on the bearish because of theta over the weekend. But because of the futures that I got into last night at 7:40 at night, I am up $80. So together, I'm up $63 at the moment. Okay, but look at where's it gonna go that I'm gonna get hurt. Now I'm not gonna like today, and so the theta. Look at the theta. So by tomorrow, if I click this one up, by tomorrow I should be $200 here, and it can be all the way down to here, 29.20, whatever. I'll still be up $140, and up here I'll be up $140 or whatever. So it seems like unless it goes way past here or way up here, and if it does, maybe I should just get out for the weekend. That's what happened this week. And get, and the fact that I know you can't, and then if it comes back and I could have made a lot of money, blah blah blah, you can do that. But the whole point of these trades is I'm going to be in all of these trades, and so I'm not gonna try to make a killing error on every single trade every week. When it's there, it's there, and when it's not, take your relatively modest profit, because it's still a lot of money. Like once we start scaling this up, it's still a lot of money every week. I mean, what I was in for, I'd be up $200 or whatever, and I'm in for a day. So, and it's not even, and it's almost 10% on your money. So that's the plan. I'm gonna look at this, but let's say, okay, by tomorrow, if it was up as high as 30.80, so probably I won't get out today unless it hits around 30.80, because by tomorrow 30.80 is still gonna be 127, and all I have to do is back up a little bit off 30.80, even if it takes off today. And if it falls by tomorrow, I mean, look, I probably won't get out until, if it goes down to 29.25 today or something, maybe I would get out. And so what will happen to that? So today, 30.80 and 29.25. With 29.25 today, well, I'm going to actually lose some money. So, I won't exit the trade at 29.25 if it goes down. I will just get out of this futures position. So look what would happen. 29.25 today. If it happens today, this would be at 29.25. That's what the market would be, and I would be down $22 today. But by tomorrow, I'd still be up $138. And is it going to go down to 29.25 in the next few hours? It probably won't. I mean, probably take most of the day anyway. So I probably should be in. I should be making. Basically, there's almost no way you can't make money on this trade. This is my theory. So I am gonna play this one out, because now I don't have. I almost certainly don't have to be in 2 MESs. Okay, so now back to the other trades. So the other trades, the way they work is I have 2. By putting on staggered MESs like this, it allows you to put them out farther. If you only did one, you have to go earlier, which is what I'm doing on the bearish. I'm trying to mix this up a little bit. So here is so you can see what's going to happen. If it goes to 30.50, I'll be there, and then if it goes back to 30.40, I'll just get out. And if it continues on the 30.80, I'll be like that, and then at that point, once it's up here, I'm just going to look to get out. I'm not gonna. So I think the trade is relatively clear. That's what I'm doing here. But this one's paper trading this week, so I switched it up. I've been doing the core. Now I'm going to do the bearish this week. And here's the bullish. The bullish is like, you don't have to even do anything unless it has 30.90, and it's only 30.12. So there's a good chance nothing. So far, and this is like the third or fourth time I'm doing the bullish, you haven't had to ever place an MES at all. You just put the trade on and take the money and win. That's it. So pretty good so far. So okay, and that's all great. Now the iron diagonal again, it's amazing. Look at this. Another example of it. Haven't even had to put on. Sorry. Yes, here's what I needed to explain about the iron diagonal. Okay, so what you do. Here it is. That's how you started, and then because you want to hedge on if you have it on Friday night, you don't want the market could crash and you could lose a lot of money. So I don't do that. I just put on one. I put on right at the close at 303.25. Look at this here, like I was showing you. So you put it on right at the close. You just do it. You just tell you put the conditional order on the trigger at market 10 seconds before the close, and so you can see the close is 303.25. You always get, at worst, a 0.25 slippage. That's what the market is. So it would be 303.25. So you can see that's what I would have gotten in 303.25. And then, when the market opened, I don't have a set way of doing it. So I just hit the market open. It was down. As soon as I noticed it was down, I just closed the trade. So by doing that, you pick up, $70. Had it been up, down $70 or $80, I would take it off too. You're not trying to win that. It's protection. And every week, usually you have to pay for things. And so far, I'm up like $200 in my protection so far, or something like that. So, if the protection just balances out, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's fine. You're just trying not to get hurt over the weekend. So, and then that way you make the theta. So look at that. So I made $70 on the fall, plus the theta over the weekend. I made $112. So now that plus these two is $195. So all you got to do is wait until either it hits 30.80 or 29.60. And when it hits one of those, I'm gonna I am 30. So let's see, 30.80. Well, let me double check that. This was the theory on I think last night. I'm gonna double check that it's okay. So 30.80, you can see by 30.80, if it hits that and backs up, that'll be $100, because these are two contracts, so they're $100 for the whipsawing, because there's a lot more money at stake. So that's fine though when you look at it, because look how high this is. This is $1,700. So it has to whipsaw 16 or 17 times, and so, but I want to push this out as far as I can so I don't have to do it at all. So that's why I have it. 30.80 is as far as you can go, and you can see if it goes up here, you'll by tomorrow, let's say, you'd still be in some profit, and you just get out. So if it crosses over that, you're just going to get out. Even if it crossed over today, if it went up today, hit 30.80 and crossed over, I would, whatever. If it was right here and I was down 55, I would just get out. So there's, so you're out, and that's it. And that's it for this. That's it for that trade, and you start a new one. And then on the downside, what I got, 29.60. So it hits 29.60 here. and you can see. So probably if it went down there and it got into this range, I probably would stay into it. I stay in it for a little bit, but once it starts to go over this hump, gets close to this edge, same thing. You just get out, and I'll be in profit today. So, and if it whipsaws again, then I'm just down $100 again. So this is the trade. So this trade's in good shape. This trade is a lot easier if you get in. It seems like if you get in after a move down, volatility is high. Like if you can put these trades on and get this thing way up here to $1,600 or something, 15 over 1,000 at least, it's easier. So, I think if you're down to $600 or $700, the whole thing's going to be tighter, and maybe we don't want to do that trade, or maybe you have to do it with more capital or something. But I mean, it's pretty easy to know. So the weeks that it's there, it's there. The weeks that it's not, you just don't play the trade. I mean, you can know before you get in. That's kind of the beauty of it. So, all right, I think that's the whole. Oh, and then I took this trade from the other guy, Ryan. I took it. So we'll see. I've never seen a trade that it seems to defy the laws of physics to me, that it makes money on both sides and in the middle, and there's no way to lose. So the only way I can see that you can lose is this crazy ass, this huge thing. The volatility, is it really going to come down that far? But I'm tempted to just put a lot of money into this and make a lot of money really fast this week, but because it seems too good to be true, and that usually happens. But so I know what's going to happen. If I don't do it, it would have worked, and if I do it, I'm going to get my ass kicked. So I can't, I guess if I shock the ball, as they say, what? I mean, look at that. It did go down 7% one time, some of these, and so it actually would collapse all of that. Look at that. It would collapse it if we're right here. You would lose $300 still. All that. I mean, but it happens toward the last day, so definitely you do not stay in this trade until the last day, because that volatility crush has to happen toward the end of the week. So I'm not looking for all of this. I mean, I would expect this to come up and this to come down to meet around $300-400, $500, something. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to get out, even though I have to break even. I mean, I don't want to be crazy about this trade, because I have a feeling this thing can just go to collapse on us. So probably down here it will collapse less, I'm thinking. So anyway, we'll see what happens.